Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Macy and today we are making plant-based Arby's. This is going to consist of homemade Arbys sauce, the roast beef sandwich, as well as the Jamocha shake. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I may make this into a series where I try to plant-based or veganize popular fast food. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so now that we have our apron on, we're going to be making the copycat Arbys sauce first. So, as always, all the recipes that I use in this video will be linked down below in the description so you guys can see them and try them out for yourselves as well. So the Arbys sauce, it consists of just ketchup, apple cider vinegar, water, hot sauce, onion powder, garlic powder, brown sugar, and sea salt. And essentially, we're just combining it all into a saucepan and letting it simmer. To give it a tanginess. I did 5 tablespoons as a in-between. And this will give the sauce that nice sweetness that it has. And now we are going to heat it over medium-low for 20 minutes, stirring frequently, especially for the last 10 minutes. So medium-low consistency and stirring. Currently, this is how our Arbys sauce is going. Still very thin, but it looks like it's starting to thicken a tad bit. There is still about 10 minutes left to go until this is done cooking though. Now that our Arbys sauce has finished cooking, we're going to transport it into this glass ramekin. And we just want it to cool and thicken as it cools down so it's more like the authentic consistency. And so as this sauce cools, it will thicken and turn into the correct consistency. And this is what it looks like. So for the Arbys brisket, we're going to need half a yellow onion thinly sliced, so I'll have to go ahead and do that. 2 packages of sliced seitan, so I ended up getting this plant-based tofurkey. And I'm just going to be using that instead. And it's ready in thin slices, so I don't have to worry about shredding it into thin slices. And then we're going to need 2 tablespoons of a vegan dried French onion soup mix, Worcestershire sauce, and I'm just using original Worcestershire sauce, but you can easily make your own vegan version or buy your own store-bought version of vegan Worcestershire sauce. This is just what I happen to have in my pantry today. Some water, salt, and cooking oil to make our brisket. Here it is, and we're going to slice our onion. And we only need half of it. So we'll put this other half away for storage for later use. Alright, so after slicing the onion into thin slices, we are going to need to heat a large skillet over medium heat. And we're going to add the onion, a tablespoon of oil, and a large pinch of salt. And we're going to cook down the onions for about half an hour. Alright, so in go the sliced onions. transport them to a separate dish until we're ready to use them again. So next on the list, we are going to add another tablespoon or 2 of cooking oil, and then we're going to add the seitan to the cooking pan. So I'm just going to go ahead and open the packages. And I'm going to divide the slices just so it's more of an easier, even cook when it's cooking. All right, so let's go ahead and separate the slices. And there should be about 15 slices per pack. And I think it's the perfect thinness for a roast beef sandwich from Arby's. The meat has been separated, so let's go over and get it ready to be cooked. And I'm just trying to make it into the consistency of like a thinly sliced roast beef consistency. So if it shreds a little bit, that's all right, because the authentic sandwiches have slight shreds as well. Just add a little bit more, okay. Saute it until all the flavors meld together. I feel like it could use a tad bit more of this soup mix, so I'm just going to add a tad bit more in with another tablespoon or so of water. And now we're just going to add in our caramelized onions and mix it all together. The last component to our perfect plant-based Arby's dinner will be the dairy-free Jamocha shakes. And here's how we're going to make them. This Trader Joe's instant cold brew coffee, and I mixed it with water until I got my desired flavor of coffee. And I went ahead and made 3 cups of this coffee mixture, as I'm making 4 shakes. But we're just going to be using 1.5 cups of the coffee from here to make the first 2 shakes. One cup, probably 2 cups. One, 3, 4, 5. Place it in the fridge for 15 minutes to let it thicken up for a little bit. We'll be right back. Alright, so the shakes are cooling, and I'm just going to go ahead and start preparing the plates for their sandwiches. And I actually decided to put in some of these frozen hash browns from Trader Joe's, and I'm going to cut them into triangles to make them look like the potato pancakes that you can get at Arby's. So essentially we're going to have the roast beef sandwich with the homemade Arbys sauce on top, potato pancakes, and a Jamocha shake. Now it is time to assemble everything. First, we're going to start by piling our sandwiches on. I just have my pan over here on a hot plate, and I'm just going to start stacking on the meat. Just putting an even amount onto each sandwich. Now we are going to apply the Arbys sauce just to the top bun. Just do a nice spoonful and just drizzle it on, like so. So we have our nice little triangle potato pancakes now. And we have our shakes that we're going to assemble. This is what it looks like, and this is just a metal straw. And we're going to top it with some non-dairy whipped cream. And a little drizzle of more chocolate syrup. And here is our homemade chocolate shake. We have our completed dish. Let's try it. So the potato pancake, perfectly crispy, absolutely delicious. The sandwich, which we've all been waiting for. That is really good. It tastes very similar to a roast beef sandwich that you'd get at Arby's, but it has more of like a homemade flavor and style to it. And now finally, the Jamocha shake. Now that is absolutely delicious. It tastes exactly like a real life Jamocha shake would. I highly recommend you trying out these recipes, and I think you would really enjoy them, and it'll make a really fun dinner for one evening. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you could just like and subscribe, and then comment any future video recommendations you'd like to see from me. Other than that, have a great day. Bye.